Hi guys. So I got my other package from Veseys seeds in, and this is the stuff that I couldn't get before that was back ordered. And still some of the stuff I won't be getting because they just said they're having supplier issues. That's what their note said, and I'm not getting it. So this is the organic cucumber straight 8. I never grew these before. It says a very popular variety producing smooth straight 8-inch dark fruit over vigorous plants. Continual yield, excellent fresh eating and pickling. Matures in 65 days. So that's why I got these, because apparently you can eat them fresh or pickle them. And I got organic dill seeds. And I'm so excited because I love dill, and this is a very big package. It's actually full all the way to here. It's very thick. It says it's 25 grams. And I never grow enough dill ever, and plus I need the dill for pickles. So I also wanted to get into dehydrating some herbs. Now this is cool. This is a package that my sister's co-worker, now this gets funny. My sister's co-worker has a big garden in Montreal, and I'm on the south shore of Montreal, and she sent my sister a bunch of seeds for me to grow. So I have borage, red dahlias, yellow pom-pom marigold, green zinnia. I just dropped one. The cat's gonna get it. And I dropped another one. White hibiscus large, peanut. Never grew, well, so far I never grew any of this. Lemon cucumber. I have heard of those and seen them online but not tried them. Yellow dahlias. Red sweet peppers. Titan sunflower that apparently gets huge. And I dropped 2. No, I dropped more than 2. Hold on, let me get them. Hyssop, she marked for the bees and butterflies. Strawberry spinach, which that has me intrigued. And single petal yellow marigold. So this is my counter, and as you can see, I've been filling pots with just that potty mix I used before. And I thought we would start some stuff. I didn't feel like pulling out the table. I'm just going to do it here on the counter. So I'm going to start planting the long white Tokyo's onions. And it's from Veseys Seeds, and it says long and upright single stalks with dark green leaves and little or no bulb. Very tender and tasty. Performs well even in warmer weather. Well suited for summer or fall bunching. I love them. I recommend every single person growing these. So these aren't onions like ball onions. These are like, people call them spring onions, bunching onions, green onions. We call them, actually in Quebec, we call them shallots. It's just the little tiny thin ones. I mean, you can let them go thick. And I'm just going to grab a whole ton here. And I'm going to be very generous and sprinkle them a lot. These will transplant very well. And they take 75 days to mature. So I've always started these in advance in the greenhouse in April. We're still in March. We have about, I think it's March 20th when I'm doing this. So I'm going to start them inside the house to try and get a even more of a head start and see how that turns out. So I have 2 in there, and you get a lot of seeds in the package. This package is still like full up to here, and I had this from last year. But these are so good. They're so amazing, these things. the good thing about these is even when you start them like this, really close together, like a lot of them, when they start coming up and you transplant them, you can just easily pull off like strips of like 5 or 8 or 10, it doesn't matter. You don't have to pull them off individually, and you just transplant them like that. Like you literally just tear off a strip and they will grow together fine. They are a bunching onion, and there's no reason why they wouldn't grow well like that. I've done it every year and I will always grow this variety. And I'm being really good at labeling stuff, so I took some masking tape and I just wrote Tokyo on it. I'm just going to stick it on. So these are going to get a light water, and I'm going to put them in the windowsill. I'm also growing this again from Veseys. It's a rutabaga called York, and I'm going to tell you my experience with growing rutabagas. Turnip. The rutabagas, it's like a turnip. So the first year, okay, I grew a different variety, and I started it in my greenhouse and transplanted it out, and they were fantastic, and they were huge and yummy and amazing. The second year I direct sowed them, and it was a different variety, and I don't know what happened, but they grew, but they all flopped over like it was high winds or something, and they all grew sideways, and I got nothing. They turned very long and stringy and woody. So the third year I changed the variety, and I thought, okay, maybe it's because it was the variety, and I direct sowed them again, and it did it again. They all flopped over. They were long, not thick, and basically wood, and I got nothing. So I'm going back now and I'm starting them in the house, in the greenhouse again, and I will just transplant the little seedlings directly into the raised bed. So we're going to see how that goes, and I'm doing 4 containers of them, and I've had, like I said, my first year was amazing doing the transplanting, so we're going to go back to that and we're going to try to see if that works this year. I'm just going to cover them with a little bit of dirt, not a lot. I have these seeds I got from West Coast Seeds. They're called Cherry Queen zinnias, and I've never ever started zinnias like early, and I've never transplanted them because I've heard that they don't transplant well. But I'm going to try, just for fun, to see. That's my cat going crazy. So just for fun, I'm going to try and plant some and start some in the house to see what happens. And I'm not going to put a whole bunch. I'm going to try and separate them as best as possible. Sometimes it's hard, you know, because they're like tiny, they're little. And I've never grown the Cherry Queen ones either. So I'm going to try and see what happens. I do have 6,000 zinnia seeds. So if it doesn't work out, it's not really a loss. I bought these to direct sow in my front yard. There, so I'll water them, and there you go. So I guess it was another seed planting day. See you again next week. Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse.